This video is about how to fill an icing bag using a coupler. Now there are lots of different icing bags that you can buy online. I made the mistake once of getting a very flimsy one. This one, no point buying the cheap ones because, as you can see, I can just tear that without much pressure. So buy something that's a lot more sturdy, open it up, and you're going to be putting a coupler in this. And if you haven't used a coupler before, they come apart like so, and they also come in lots of different sizes. What you need to do is make sure that your nozzle fits on top of the coupler before you choose that coupler for the icing bag. This one, for example, doesn't fit, but does fit this particular nozzle here. Doesn't fit this particular nozzle, it's too big, therefore I'd have to go for this coupler if I were using this nozzle. So, what you need to do, cut the tip off the icing bag, and if you're not sure how much to cut, be cautious to begin with, and then you can cut back more. If you cut back too much, it's no good because your coupler will go straight through. So, cut off the end like so, open up, pop in your coupler, squeeze to the end, and you'll see on this one that the tip of the coupler has just come past the icing bag. Pop on your nozzle, then take the other part of your coupler, push it on top, screw it on, and then when it won't go any further, that's the time that you can put the icing in. I like to use a glass first, put my coupler in the bottom of it so that I can fill with buttercream without having to use both hands. If you would prefer to put your hand in and just use one hand, then use a C, as it were, with your hand and hold like this. However, I like to have both hands free. So, create a little bit of space for yourself, get your buttercream, put a nice generous blob inside. How much you need will depend on the kind of icing you're doing. If you're doing writing icing, you really won't need too much buttercream in there. Okay, now get your hand underneath. Gently pull the icing bag up. Try not to get any buttercream on the edge of the icing bag, otherwise you'll find it'll be all over your hands when you're icing. Try not to trap any air in here as well, so when you twist the icing bag round, you should find that there's no air pockets in there. Otherwise, when you're icing, you may find that the icing blows out of the nozzle. And just to test it, let's see, that is coming out beautifully, and we're ready to pipe.